Greg, try to be charismatic this time.
Charismatic.
It's a brand new day.
Good morning, Tucson, and welcome to The Connection, brought to you by Corner Connect at Realty Executives. I'm Richie, and today I have Greg Newton with me from Volpe Team and Nova Home Loans, who is my team's preferred lender. They're excellent. They're among the best at what they do. So Greg, let's get into it right now.
Sure.
So we're going into 2024. Rates are already starting to come down a little bit. From your perspective, what are we looking at? No crystal balls, no guarantees, but what can you forecast?
Sure. So what we saw last year was the government raising rates consistently, and then they stopped midway through the year. And now we're seeing rates starting to come down. So even as what we see in the news all the time is inflation, rates are high, mortgage rates are high. What we've seen is a nice give back over the last couple of months where you're probably looking at a 15% lower mortgage payment than you were 2.5 months ago.
A lot of buyers are getting more buying power for their money then. That's what we're seeing.
Absolutely. We've seen a steady increase in mortgage applications. You guys have probably seen it as well.
Yeah.
The phone has started to ring more and more right now just because it's more affordable.
What are the rates looking at right now? Let's just talk ballpark numbers. It depends on what you qualify for, the viewer, but ballpark averages for 30-year fixed conventional FHA.
Sure. So we do, at the Volpe Team, we do conventional, we do VA, we do FHA, and we do USDA loans. And so every borrower is different, like Richie said, but we're probably looking at the high 6s to low 7s on a well-qualified buyer, just depending on what kind of program you're looking for.
Okay. And for down payment requirements, what are we looking at? So what's the minimum down payment, say, for a conventional loan? How about, let's do conventional, FHA, VA?
A lot of misconceptions around a conventional loan out there that you need 20% down, right? Nobody has ever said that you need 20% down to buy a house, right? Now, if you want to avoid mortgage insurance, that's one thing, and that does require 20%. But a lot of buyers put as little as 3.5% down on an FHA, and if you're a first-time home buyer on a conventional loan, 3% down. And with a VA, you can go as little as 0, and you skip mortgage insurance. Now you have to be a veteran to qualify for that, but you don't have to put any money down on that. But you always can put money down on a VA loan as well.
Cool. Let's talk about the credit score that a lot of people are starting to look at the new homes in the beginning of the year. They have questions. I've been getting some people asking about credit score requirements. I've sent a few to you already. I know you have a credit services program. Maybe you can talk about that a little bit, but what are you looking at in terms of people applying for financing? Is there a minimum? What range do you like to see?
Sure.
And do you have any programs that can help people?
Sure. The minimum on a government loan, on a VA or an FHA loan, is always 580 for Nova.
Okay.
Okay. And on a conventional loan, it's 620. But obviously, the better your score, the better the rate. Always. Okay, so we have a free service, our credit services team at Nova, that comes along with just being a partner with us for the rest of your life, really, is how do you, whatever your score is right now, and how do we increase that? And what we do is we'll get an email back from our services team within a couple of hours, giving you a specific roadmap on how to get from here to wherever we're trying to get.
And that's a consultation service, right? There's no like fee, no contract or anything?
Exactly.
So anyone can call and ask about it?
Nobody really knows how to get your credit score from 650 to 680, but these guys do, and they'll say, Richie, pay this credit card down to this. Don't pay it off, just pay it down to this. Or go back to that medical collection for the $150 that's been sitting out there for 2 years, pay that off. And those things, and then what it'll actually say is, and give it 1 month, give it 6 months, give it 3 months, whatever it is. And as long as you follow those directions or that roadmap, it works 100% of the time.
And I want to point that out, that the Volpe team is actually willing to sit down with you guys and help you out over an extended course of time. We're talking like 6 months longer if necessary. This isn't one set it and forget it. They walk you through the process.
Right, because we want you guys to be our clients for life. And what better way than the largest purchase in your life and us helping you get there. If you're not as qualified as you'd like or not as qualified as we would like, and we get you there, you're going to tell all your friends and family that we're the place to shop.
Yeah. And I'm gonna flash this up in a nice graphic on the screen. But let's talk about this then, your like blended score program that you have.
So we have a down payment assistance program right now that it's an in-house product with Nova. It's not a bond program through the state or anything like that. It's our proprietary product. And what we are now doing is we are blending the rates. Usually if you are married or you're buying a house with your father or your brother or anybody, we're always going to take the lowest. But now with our down payment assistance program, we can blend that to say that we can bring on someone who has a much better score than you do and blend it instead of always just taking the lower score. That's going to give you a better rate and a better opportunity to get qualified.
So averages?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And the funds for that doesn't run out either. It's not finite, it's ongoing. Some programs from agencies will run out of funds. The Volpe teams, Nova Home Loans, they do not.
Absolutely.
For this one at least.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Let's talk about the refinance costs for properties, and let's talk about the offer that you have for free refinancing. So interest rates are falling. If someone bought a property and they bought it at the peak when it was around 8%, and at the end of this year we're hovering, let's say, at 6%, you could refinance. There's typically costs associated with the refinance. If you get a loan through Nova, through the Volpe team, they offer all of our clients a free refinance. And it's not just once, it's however many times you want to refinance. Can you just walk us through that real quick?
So usually it's about $2,500 worth of closing costs,
Yeah.
title fees, escrow fees, but the Nova team takes care of that for you for the life that you own the house. So for example, during the pandemic, when let's say you've had your house for 10 years and then all of a sudden rates are dropping, we're going to go ahead and refinance you, no out-of-pocket cost to you, and then as long as you make 6 payments on that new loan, you're qualified to do it again.
So thousands of dollars, huge value. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Greg, I appreciate you taking the time to come out here and talk with us. Anything extra that you want to add?
No, I just think 2024 is off to a great start right now. And if you're looking for a house, you know where to find us at Corner Connect and at the Volpe.
Yeah. Guys, if you want to find out information about the free refinance, if you want to talk about credit services, if you want to look at properties, whatever, give me a call. I'm Richie Keith with Corner Connect at Realty Executives. You can also call Greg Newton. I'm going to flash both of our information on screen. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Good morning, Tucson, and this morning I'm on the road to bring you the murals of the city. Tucson's home to over 100 murals brought to you by dozens of talented artists. Different styles, different backgrounds, different inspirations. I'm gonna show you a few today, so join me. Let's go. And no, I'm not actually driving because that would be unsafe to do while recording. My mama didn't raise no fool. So we're gonna start on the corner of Fort Lowell and Tucson Boulevard. Then we're gonna work our way into the heart of the city downtown, but look at this one to start with. Nice! If you're from Tucson, you're bound to recognize a few of these, like this one right here by Joe Pagic, some by Rocky Martinez, Finn Dak. If you're visiting or you're thinking about moving to Tucson, you'll find these on the sides of buildings, restaurants, old hotels. There are a few here that I found that I had never seen before, so they're always popping up. Very exciting. Come check them out. Alright, so I saved this one for last. This is the Tracks and Trails mural. It's over 4,000 square feet, making it Pima County's largest public arts mural. It's on the Loop, which is a really big biking path if you're unfamiliar, and it's just off of 3974 North Tucson Boulevard. Now, I did speed this up, but I walked the entire way and included it without cutting it, just so you can get an idea of how grand this thing is. And this part is just the upper walkway portion. I'm going to throw some pictures at the end that have the lower part as well that give you a complete picture. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the tour through the city, but now I want to bring you to 5441 East Waverly Street. It is 1,110 square feet, 2-bedroom, 1-bath, built on 0.21 acre in 1951. It's $269,000, and this property has been completely renovated, updated kitchen, vinyl plank flooring, new paint, new carpet, new hardware all throughout. Take a look and enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching episode 2 of The Connection. I'm Richie with Corner Connect at Realty Executives. Let me know what kind of things you want to see on the show. Next week, I do have an escrow officer coming in. She's going to tell us about wire fraud safety, the services that she provides to facilitate the closing process for you, and much more.